Okay, so I'm here with Squonk Opera's artistic directors, Jackie and Steve. Their latest show is Mayhem and Majesty, which premieres this Thursday, March 11, at the Kelly Strayhorn Theater right here in Pittsburgh. And Jackie and Steve, I'm actually wondering about the name Mayhem and Majesty. I heard that it was coined by a critic.
Yeah, when we were back in 2003, we were performing in Edinburgh, Scotland for the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and the Scotsman headlined they did a wonderful review of our show at that point, and the headline was, I think it was Masterly Mayhem or something, Majestic Mayhem, something like that, and we thought that was a good description of what we do. There's a lot of mayhem, and
Okay.
we try to approach majesty.
All right.
I like when he does it.
So then where is the mayhem and what's the majesty in the piece?
I think you can hear some of the mayhem in the background.
I can, yeah.
Because they're up on Genie Lifts right now adjusting lights and all the mess that it takes to make a show. And certainly the show starts out kind of spastic and scattered at the beginning. And I think the majesty is in the fact that we like to get together in groups and enjoy the arts, which is what live theater is about. So I think the majesty is just the fact that 200 or 300 people will be sitting in here and we'll be bouncing things off them in some hopefully glorious way.
So for those who aren't as familiar with Squonk Opera, how do you describe yourselves? Some people that you say that you're a genre, so that Squonk Opera is a genre of itself.
Oh, that's very nice.
So how would you describe kind of the vocals, the instruments?
Well, it's a music group, first of all, so
Okay.
that's the basic truth of it. But there are a lot of extravagant visuals going on behind. But in this show in particular, we aren't telling a story, so no one should come expecting a narrative or a plot of any sort. It's really just kind of intuitive leaps from the music that Jackie composes.
With the rest of the group, too.
So
it is like it's a concert of original music with a lot of visual spectacle going on. So there's a lot of. I was just actually talking to my sister last night about the show, and she was saying one of the things that she loves is all the surprises.
Okay.
And she never knows what is going to happen next, and you're not sure where to look. And so we try to pack a lot in. And I told her it's all because Steve has a very short attention span. So
That's true.
no scene can last longer than 4 or 5 minutes, I think, or he's bored.
So all the music is original and it's
Yes.
composed by you?
It's composed by me. A couple of the pieces
Okay.
were composed by Kevin Kornicki, our drummer. But then everyone in the group participates in the music making. So I'll bring the piece. But for this show, actually, we had some pieces where we developed them here at the theater during rehearsal. So it's very collaborative. So I sort of start it, and everybody adds in, and then I sort of finish it off and make the final decisions. But everybody certainly adds their individual flavor to the music, which makes it what it is.
And so you talked a little bit about that. A lot of the music was developed here at the Strayhorn, and you are our season's artist in residence. And I'm wondering how your residency here has differed in developing the work. Are there any different elements that you've added because of your residency here, or does it feel different how you made it?
One of the great things was we had the luxury of essentially developing a first half and workshopping it with you back in November, a few months ago. So that was of great value to us, and we got audience feedback, which was very interesting. It's the first time we've done that, and it essentially kind of helped us direct ourselves toward the second half in a way we've never done before.
It certainly was luxurious to be able to work on about half of the show back in November, and also we were here in August doing rehearsals. So it's been great to be able to be in a real theater to rehearse, which a lot of arts groups can relate that's not something you generally get to do. So.
Did anything change in the process because you kind of gave a sneak preview to an audience? Did anything change from that time?
I think some of the scenes have changed. Some have lengthened. Some of the questions we had were about order of scenes, and we thought that the order we presented in November, that we would probably change a lot of that. We were experimenting with, for example, starting with a pretty loud kind of boisterous piece of music, which is not what we usually do, but the audience reaction was they really liked it, and we asked them in the question and answer, what did you think? Was it too startling? And a lot of people liked it, so we kept that. And a couple scenes we were not sure if they would kind of lull people to sleep 3 in a row, but people also liked that, and so it was helpful to get opinions from the audience.
And I also want to mention, while you've been here, you've also been very active in the community, working with a lot of different groups. Hope Academy at the East Liberty Presbyterian Presbyterian Church, Peabody. So what have you been doing with them? Talk about a little bit about the workshops that we've had. We still have one coming up.
Yeah.
We're coming up to our 4th workshop, working with peer-to-peer mentoring with artists about 4 different subjects. That included touring, marketing, grant writing, some things like that. And we've had great response. I think groups of 10 to 20 people.
Yeah.
And they're very interesting, and I think good for Pittsburgh because we're so far away from being a cultural center the way New York is.
Yeah.
That you kind of have to formalize our interaction with other artists, or else there's no enriching of the artists coming up.
And our work with alumni theater company has been really fun. We've been attending a lot of their rehearsals and actually experimenting with them and the idea of how to incorporate music into what they do and the combination of music and visuals and how they affect one another, which is what we concentrate on. And actually they have a show coming up in April, and we're working with them on developing one of the scenes that they'll do in their show. So that's been really fun for us.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
And the students at Peabody High School are creating ceramics pieces in response to music. So one of the themes we've been talking about as we make this show is the idea of the question, what does music look like? And so they're listening to music as they're creating these ceramic pieces, and we'll have some of them on display here during the run.
Well, like she said, we do have an exhibit of all of the schools and the groups that they've been working with, and that'll be here during their run. That's, again, Thursday, March 11 is the world premiere, and it runs through Sunday the 21st. The performances are 8 o'clock, and Sundays are 2 p.m. Hope you can join us.